What are you wearing?
Don't question it, just roll with it, tiny baby.
Don't call me baby.
What about mini baby? Like this mini fridge?
No, Ken, this is my dream house. It is my dream house! It's mine!
No, this is no longer Barbie's dream house. This shall henceforth be known as Ken's Mojo Dojo Casa.
Let me first say that calling a man sassy has nothing to do with his sexuality. So don't try to use that against women to weaponize their experiences and views on men that have done things that are questionable and or make a woman feel like she is in competition with her man.
Somebody gonna get pissed off at this one. Somebody gonna get pissed off at this. I ain't even take the time to put the jacket on because the hell with it. The modern black man is a baby boy. The modern black man is a baby boy. This don't apply to all of us, but this applies to a large percentage. And I'm gonna play something that everybody's heard before. Everybody's heard what you're about to hear. But I want you to take a new set of lenses and observe and really, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear what the truth say unto the church.
A lady named Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She has a theory about the black man in America. She says that because of the system of racism, the black man in this country has been made to think of himself as a baby, a not yet fully formed being who has not realized his full potential. To support her claim, she offers the following. First off, what does a black man call his woman? Mama. Secondly, what does a black man call his closest acquaintances? His boys. And finally, what does a black man call his place of residence? The crib.
He wasn't joking with that. He wasn't joking with that. Now, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing was one of the most prominent black psychiatrists of all time personally, but I'm going to tell you this. When you think about it today, a lot of black men operate as babies. They operate as son husbands because their mama treats them as such, right? Because when the daddy left, the mama elevated her son to the status of husband while lowering her daughter to the status of son. This is where you get harder women, softer men. And the problem is, we understand this. Our directors, John Singleton made this film. He understood this. He was trying to tell us something, but rather than, see, people miss the message of Baby Boy. It was telling you that black men need to grow up. But what did we do in the black community? We glorified Jody. We took Jody and we made him the standard of black men. But the reality is he was living at home with his mama. He was out there slanging dresses with Sweet Pea and he wasn't making no real money. You understand? And I'm trying to tell you, this is the problem right here. The philosophy and the mentality that black men operate as babies because they are babied, has been in our face since day one. The question is, when will we wake up and smell the coffee? Women have always understood, since they have been working alongside black men outside the house and all that, black women have always understood nobody's coming to save us. Now black women are saying, first they took away to us, nobody's coming to save me. This is why black women are still outpacing black men in business creation, wealth generation, all of that. Gentlemen, Jody is not a character to be admired. This man had 2 baby mamas, not 1, but 2 baby mamas. Okay? Had 2 kids out of wedlock, was still staying home with his mama, and he was getting happy because he was bringing home $300. It's too many black men that think it's okay in this bitch to pay the light bill, and that's enough. That mentality has what has poisoned the entire body politic of us as black men. And for those of us like myself to say, you know, we got to do better, we got to do this, we got to do that. No, this nigga simping. He's simping. He tripping. No. You know something wrong when black men don't even like wearing suits no more. We don't even like put on our Sunday best. You know how many looks I get looked at sideways because I know how to dress? Like, you have to understand the hyper masculine mentality of the black man, where everything is overanalyzed, it's over-examined. You can't even have an opinion that is outside of the so-called black monolith, and we're not one. See, this is the thing. This is why men hated Steve Harvey for writing the book Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man. I'm not going to be as unbalanced as Steve. I'm not going to be as unbalanced as Kevin. Thing about me is you got to keep that shit straight down the middle. You have to be fair on both sides. There are a lot of things that we've done. There are a lot of structural things that happen in the black community to keep us down. But when your own black directors, when our own movie makers can tell you the problem and you still don't take action, rather you glorify that which should be condemned, we got a problem. Because he who does not punish evil or speak out against it, you're actually commanding it to be done. Church.
What is a sassy man? Oh my God, I love this question. What is a sassy man? This is a hard question to answer because I feel like as women, we have so many definitions as to what we consider a man being sassy is. I feel like for me, if I'm calling a man sassy, it's something that probably he did or he said that was like a little bit too on the feminine side for me. But the way we are calling men sassy because they're not really all the way in tune to their like masculinity isn't really the definition of sassy. So it's kind of like hard. I don't know. My ladies, help me out. Like, what would you consider to be a sassy man?
And I just want to point out, anytime I had to go back and forth on social media, it was always with a man. Like, men, if y'all hate women so much, why don't y'all just go be with another man and stay out of our business? Like, this is why us women, we now coming together on TikTok. Like, I love it on here because the encouragement that I get, because I'm encouraging women and I'm speaking up, telling my story, because people that can relate to what I be saying don't have the courage to. I'm letting y'all know it's okay and I got y'all. Like, these men, men should not be on TikTok. Other social media platforms, yes, and I'm going to continue to say it, and I don't care if y'all get on here and argue with me because that's what y'all going to do because y'all so sassy. Y'all have to get jobs. Y'all have to start getting businesses. If you're not on here doing something productive, like, you know, the TikTok trends and the TikTok dances, like, that's very, very gay to me. And I'm not against gay people. I have gay people in my family. I love gays. But it be the straight men that y'all really be in the closet. Those are the ones that I have a problem with, because the fact that y'all love to argue with women and downplay women is ridiculous. And I feel like it's because you low-key want to be one. This is why, for example, when us ladies, we go out with our girls, we be done up. We be looking real nice. Like, I know y'all used to see the old trends where the woman would get dressed to go with her friends and she be looking very beautiful, very nice. And then when she go out with her man, she put on sweatpants and a t-shirt. Because we really don't get on here to try to impress men. We want to impress each other, and not even impress each other, encourage each other. And we look for inspiration in one another. Like, y'all men really need to get it together. And for the video that bullheaded man posted to be 1 hour and 21 minutes, the fact that I know you had to take more time to actually edit it is what's stunning to me. You took a lot of time out your day to dedicate to me. I wonder how much money you made. Because you made a lot, because it's on YouTube and it's in 1 million views. So I think you owe me some money.
The best way to deal with sassy men who are wanting to go 50-50, men who are saying, what do you bring to the table, men who are asking you to prove their worth, is to leave them on red and block their number. That is the best way I have found. Any man that wants to go back and forth with you over why you need to be going 50-50 with him, he is a sassy man. It's like you're arguing with another girl, okay? You start hearing all these podcast bro things coming out of his mouth. He listens to too much Fresh and Fit. Okay, he listens to too much of these podcast bros, and he now is taking in what they're saying. So if you hear him going all about how women are this, women are hoes, whatever the case may be, women need to bring stuff to the table, I'm valuable. Anytime a guy says I'm valuable or you're a strong, independent woman, just run. His number needs to be blocked, and you need to find somebody else. You have not found the right target. That's what that tells you. You need to move on. We as ladies, we attract all types of women. I mean, all types of men. It's about who you decide to say block and delete, okay? I can attract a Dusty too. But what do? I block his number. Once I find out that he's full of dust, I get the dust buster out and I block him.
But we are in a sassy man apocalypse, so you know. The men going into their soft girl era, these niggas need to tighten the fuck up. Put your big boy pants on. Don't nobody want no soft ass nigga. And that don't mean you gotta be from the trenches. That don't mean you gotta be in the streets or whatever. I need me a man who can make me feel secure in my femininity. I want to feel like I could surrender myself to you. Like you could take full sense of dominancy and I could just fall back and be a pretty bitch. You understand what I'm saying?
All right, fellas, I'm sorry I got to do it to you, but these are two things that make a nigga sassy. So the act of a man blocking you on social media is not sassy. What's sassy is when he blocks you and then he unblocks you. Because what he's saying is he don't got the ability to stand for nothing. Because we all know a man only goes as far as blocking a woman when, oh, you done had to say some disrespectful shit or did some OD shit that he can't even look at your ass the same. You must have really hurt, bro. So when a man block you and unblock you, it's saying a couple things about him. One is saying he ain't got respect for himself because he's willing to allow a woman that has disrespected him another opportunity to disrespect him again. It's also proof that he can't find nobody to replace you. And some of y'all women get a weird gag out of that, like, oh, I'm so different. He gonna always want me. No, shawty, don't nobody want him. You valuable to a nigga that has no value. The second thing that make a nigga sassy is a nigga that say, I'm gonna match energy. The fuck, twin, that don't even sound right. As a man, you supposed to be the leader. You don't allow her to set the tone. You want her to follow you. You want her to submit to you. You the man, so you dictate the energy. When a woman disrespects you, you don't disrespect her back. You remove yourself and cut her the fuck off. You set the boundary, and you only tell her one time. Look, shawty, this a line. You cross this motherfucker, and it's gonna be repercussions. And do not get this misconstrued. You don't try to control her. There are no rules. She should already know that coming in, and if she don't, that ain't the person you supposed to be cuffing in the first place. You let her do whatever she want to do so you can see what she rather do, and then you act accordingly. But that act does not include blocking and unblocking, and it damn sure don't include matching energy. I was raised by your grandma, twin, but come on, bro. D University, I'm gonna get you right.
I know we live in a generation of sassy men. There's not a man sassier or human being sassier than a bitter baby daddy. If you have one, you know what I'm talking about. Sassy, 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 for nothing. For no reason. At all. You can ask them, oh, can you get your kids a pair of socks? Here comes Mr. Sassy. No, you know what? I'm done. I can't even take them anymore. You keep them. You always ask me about some socks? You think I got the nerve to call me and ask, how are they? What are they doing? Oh, how's school? You want to be at every public event, but then don't want to do nothing behind the scenes. What? I'm getting too deep. But if you're a single mom with one of those, you know what I mean. And good luck to you. I pray for you. I pray for me. I pray for us all. Because we are stuck in the sassy baby daddy club. And I'm so sorry. We'll be fine though. We will rise. And I don't want to see no comments. Ew, bitter baby moms this, bitter. But that's not what this is about. This is about y'all niggas. So, don't even start. Bye.
Look, I'm going to just say this right now. As a grown man, you should not be arguing with no female. Don't go back and forth with no female. Let them have that shit. That make you look sassy as fuck. Any other female that see that shit on my mama, you look lame as hell. Like, you could invest your time and all that type of shit into something else. Let them have it. Just tell them, like, yeah, all right, you got it. Fuck. Like, we men, we're not finna argue with you. Fuck we gonna argue with you for? You're not finna get me motherfucking out of my square. You're not finna motherfucking make me feel like shit, like I gotta motherfucking sit here and motherfucking stress the fuck out about some shit. Like, nah, shit, you got it. Especially if she ain't giving you no play or she not your girl. Aw, you a victim. Dead ass. I don't even play like that. Just tell her she got it. That's it.
You see a man that's always angry with a woman and he don't like women and he's always saying something negative about a woman. Why is that?
Maybe because he's hurt?
No. Yeah, he's hurt because he can't walk in his truth. He's hurt because really he want to lay down with his homeboy, but for the world, he has to be with a woman. It's clear as day. I see it happen all the time. There's no reason why a man should always be upset with a woman. What it is a lot of men struggle with their sexuality. What it is a lot of men can't walk in their truth. What it is a lot of men have to deal with women for their family's sake, for business, for image. But when a man is constantly aggressive and mean and evil and beating on the woman, on that list of demons that he's fighting is sexuality.
I am a victim of the sassy man apocalypse. If you don't know what the sassy man apocalypse is, these men are just sassy as fuck. And I'm gonna give you a couple of examples of what I've dealt with during the sassy man apocalypse. These men are just like expecting the world, and it's like, babe, we've only been on like 2 dates, barely. This man I was seeing, and you know what? I'm gonna address it now. I did delete the TikTok. I deleted the TikTok of like, oh my God, we're doing casual now. We're not doing fucking casual now. I'm over it. I don't want anything to do with that man anymore. I fucking lied. Man I was seeing, barely seeing. When I mean seeing, I was like probably talking for like a couple weeks. Like we went on one official date, reminder. I invited him over to hang out, and this is like the 3rd time that we just like hung out, cool, relaxed, chill. Gets here, he's like, I'm hungry. Are you going to cook me dinner? I said, are you high as absolute fuck? Why would I cook you dinner? And I have strict rules on this, and you guys can disagree if you want to, but I'm not gonna cook a man dinner who's not my boyfriend or going to be my boyfriend pretty soon. I'm not going to do wifey privileges on like not even like below a girlfriend salary. Like this man has taken me on 1 date. Why the absolute fuck would I cook you dinner? I just have rules. I just have standards. I want to be courted when I'm dating somebody. Like I want them to like make effort, take me to dinner, all those things. And then yeah, eventually I'll cook for you. I'll make a Sunday roast fucking dinner for you like they do in London kind of thing, okay? I will do that for you, but not when you're not giving me the same in return. And like we're just casual. We're just like seeing each other lightly. This man was genuinely upset I wouldn't make him dinner. I said, you're not my man. I'm not gonna cook you dinner. This man said to me, who invites someone to their home and doesn't cook them dinner? I said, you've been in this home several fucking times. You know I'm not over there like, hi, dinner's ready. Like you literally know I'm not. It's like maybe if it was something we discussed before, like, oh, we're gonna cook dinner together, maybe I'd be a little bit more open to it, but how are you gonna walk in my home and expect me to cook you dinner? Why? Don't come, listen, this is a note forever. Don't come to my home on an empty stomach, babe. I'm simply not doing wifey things on not a wifey fucking salary. And that's my standard, and that's what I'm doing. You wanna know why I have this standard? Because I've been the bitch who's cooking like a Sunday roast dinner in a college dorm room for a dumb motherfucker who was not even my boyfriend. And if you give them wifey privileges up front, that's what they're gonna expect from you. And they're like, wait, why would I even give her a title when she's already doing everything a girlfriend would normally do? Back to the sassy man apocalypse. This man said to me, it would have been a bonding experience for us to cook together. I said, we don't, mind you, he told me I was annoying him because I was asking him questions while he was watching football. So you don't want to bond. Like you don't want to bond, babe, and that's okay. But don't put like a dinner in front of him and be like, if we were cooking together, that's how we would have bonded. You can't say one thing and your actions are saying something else. It's like you're glued to the screen watching football. You don't want to bond, babe. You just want me to cook you dinner. It literally just gets worse. Go to part 2.
If you're unaware, we're in a sassy man apocalypse. For the women not being approached by men, it's not you, it's the men. And for the men, if the shoe don't fit, don't wear it. So let me give some of these men examples. And this is from my data and my research. I'm not making this up. This is true. To tell you if you're part of the sassy man apocalypse. Okay. For one, if you ask, what do you bring to the table? Of course, you're probably the ringleader of the sassy man apocalypse. What do you bring to the table? How does this benefit me? How do you benefit me? What are you doing for me? Anything with me. You have been infected by the sassy man apocalypse. 2, if you are not approaching women because you're afraid of rejection and you're just tired of the rejection, or you're tired of not finding what you want out of a woman and you feel like you're the prize and you should be chased, you're infected by the sassy man apocalypse. Now, if you're not approaching women because you're just not interested right now, you're working on you, that's a healed man. That's not a sassy man. That's a healed man. But if you're not approaching women because you feel like they should be approaching you, or they should come to you, or you're just over women, but you want a woman, yeah, you're in the sassy man apocalypse. If you compare your woman to your mother in any type of way, you're part of the sassy man apocalypse. For example, if your woman comes home from a long day at work and she comes and she doesn't want to cook dinner, and you say, my mama want to cook dinner. My mama worked 5 jobs, had five kids, and she cooked dinner. Sir, you're part of the sassy man apocalypse. Are you screwing your mother? No. You're part of the Sassy Man apocalypse. You're infected. Your mind is gone. Those are just 3 things that I came up with in my research. I'm going to do some more. I'll get back to you guys.
What's the difference between being a modern man and a traditional man? A modern man is sassy. A modern man spends more time in the bathroom than his own woman. A modern man worries about the clothes that he has on rather than how good his woman looks when she walks out the door. A traditional man is a provider. A traditional man is a leader. A traditional man makes no excuses on why he can't provide for his women and his children. He makes no excuses. A traditional man doesn't get with a woman because he needs financial help. A traditional man gets with a woman because he understands the value of that woman. Modern men are sassy. Modern men are in competition with their women. Modern men don't know their left from their right, while traditional men stands on morals and principles and standards. And the foundation to a traditional man is God, and they know if they can stay on that foundation, they will never be swayed back and forth. That's the difference between a modern man and a traditional man.
It's a toxic trait that any man can possess. Your father and grandfather didn't act like this. So where did you pick it up from? Where is it coming from? Why do you feel the need that you have to act in such of a manner? That is the most toxic trait that any man can have. Until next time, bye.